TEL GEZER is one of the largest TELs in Israel, and it dates back 5,000 years ago. That is when it was first inhabited. The Canaanites lived here, the Philistines lived here till King David subdued them. Hi guys, it's Veronica, and thank you for checking out School Kenyan in Israel. And from this place is called TEL GEZER. This is the place where the Canaanites, it was a Canaanite city. It dates back about 5,000 years ago. And from here, TEL GEZER, we are heading to LATRUN. And LATRUN is believed to be the place, where Joshua, as he was fighting, there were 5 kings that were against Israel, and were fighting against Israel. So Joshua came to this place, and God had told him that don't be afraid, you have already won the battle. And when the battle was so fierce, God made sure that the sun stood still for Joshua to win the battle. Joshua chapter 10 verse 12. Then spake Joshua to the Lord in the day when the Lord gave the Amorites before the children of Israel, and he said in the sight of Israel, Sun, stay thou in Gibeon, and thou moon in the valley of Ayalon. So it's written Aijalon, but in Hebrew the words J sometimes in Hebrew changes to Y. So it's the valley of Ayalon in Hebrew, or today's name is Valley of Ayalon. So today we are going to see the valley. We are going to LATRUN, and on the way we'll pass through the Ayalon Valley, where so many battles were fought and where the moon stood still as Joshua fought the 5 kings. The spelling of LATRUN is LATRUN. So that is where we are going. There is a monastery. It's called it's for silent monks. It's called Silent Monks Monastery, and that is a good place where you can go to take a time to go in private prayers. Maybe take 5 days, 1 week. You hide yourself there as you pray. Mostly some of the people in Israel do that, especially pastors. They do that. From TEL GEZER, we are heading to LATRUN. Thank you. During the Crusaders' time, LATRUN was called the Castle of the Knights. And 14th century Christian pilgrims call it the house of the good thief. From the book of Luke, chapter 23, verse 40 to 43, there were 2 criminals that were crucified with Jesus, and one is known to be the good thief.
There's no specific biblical records about the place, but when you internalize the battle of Joshua against the 5 kings in the area, all these places, even the LATRUN, the museum, is part of the battleground of Joshua. Actually, according to the geographical study, that's the most exact place where Joshua prayed or requested to God to let the sun stood still where it was, and the sun didn't move. Now that was the first time that happened in the history that the natural law of nature stopped. Okay, it didn't move. The sun never moved in those days. So very unique story. So we can see that Joshua is a mighty warrior of God. This monastery is known before as the Monastery of Silence. In Hebrew, Sheket. O yan lang yung ano, yung almond tree. Bulakad na lang tayo mamaya papunta dyan. Okay. Alright. And then, what else? So during the First World War, the Turks expelled the monks and destroyed the monastery. And the monks returned in 1927 when they built the present building, the clock tower of the church, which was completed only in 1954. So now we can see another empire that play a very significant role here in monastery, which is the Turks or the Turkish Empire. So kapag na-encounter niyo yung word na Turk, now basically these are Turkish from Antalya, Turkey. Then the LATRUN Monastery became famous for the good wine and olive oil that it produces, which is available from the small shop run by the monks. Ayan ang maganda rito. Kung gusto niyo bumili ng olive oil, so meron dyan. Famous yung olive oil at saka yung kanilang wine. Okay? Bakit? Because there is a grape farm or plantation here like that. Okay? Hindi lang season, kaya wala pa siyang mga dahon at lalo't walang bunga. Now, most interestingly mga kapatid, ang LATRUN, okay? LATRUN, okay? This is a strongholds, but the name is a corruption of a Latin word which is LATRUN des Chevaliers or Chevalieres, which means the castle of the night. Yan ang ibig sabihin ng lugar nito, ng pangalan ng lugar nito. And maliban dyan, okay, maliban dyan, this place, the monastery of the throne, this is called by the Christian pilgrim as the fortress of the good thief.
Good thief.
The fortress of the good thief.
Opens from 8:30 to 12.
Right.
We'll buy something there.
You're going first again? Okay.
It's closed on Sundays. They don't open on Sundays.
LATRUN Monastery.
So guys, welcome to LATRUN Monastery, or the Monastery of Silent Fathers. Silent monks. You know, it was named it was named after the good thief that was crucified with Jesus. You know, there were two thieves or two criminals that were crucified with Jesus, but one of them told Jesus that, remember me when you go to heaven. And so that is why he's called the good thief. I think his house was here. These are olives, olive trees. Wow. Here we are at the castle. Wow. Ayalon Valley. These are vineyard. Ayalon Valley. Joshua chapter 10, verse 12. On the day the Lord gave the Amorites over to Israel, Joshua said to the Lord, in the presence of Israel, sun, stand still over Gibeon, a new moon over the valley of Ayalon. And now we are at the valley of Ayalon. Imagine the moon standing here. So the sun stood still and the moon stopped. till the nation avenged itself on its enemies. People come here for some picnic and to buy some good wine. See? The silent monks. Wow. Oh my goodness. Cat and dog. So guys, I want us to read you know, here at the monastery they have a shuk or a market where you can buy the things that they farm, grapes, whatever. See the pineapples from Israel, how small they are compared to Kenya's pineapples. By the way, guys, in this monastery we have only men, monks. There are no sisters in this monastery, and they don't go out like the fathers to go and preach outside to mix with people. In fact, I spoke with one of them there, and he said that he's not allowed to speak with me. He's just there, dedicated for the service of God, to be silent, just for prayers, day in and day out. That is what they do. So in this place at LATRUN Monastery, it's remembered mostly about the story of the good thief or the good criminal that was crucified with Jesus. Why is he called the good thief? There is no good thief, but he was about to be crucified with Jesus. Let's read from the book of Luke, chapter 23, from verse 35. The people stood watching, and the rulers even sneered at him. They said, "He saved others." Now they are talking about Jesus. "Let him save himself, if he is God's Messiah, the chosen one." The soldiers also came up and mocked him. They offered him wine vinegar and said, "If you are the king of the Jews, save yourself." Let's read from verse 39. One of the criminals who hung there hurled insult at him. Aren't you Messiah? Save yourself and us. But the other criminal rebuked him. Don't you fear God? He said, since you are under the same sentence, we are punished justly, but we are getting what our deeds deserve. But this man has done nothing wrong. Then he said, that thief, one of the thieves, that is why he's called a good thief, Jesus, remember me when you come into your kingdom. Jesus answered him, truly, I tell you, today you'll be with me in paradise. Remember me when you come into your kingdom. So this place, that is where the good thief came from, and that is why it's remembered to be the place of the good thief. So this is a very, very, very unique place and ancient during the Old Testament times, and of course during the New Testament time it's remembered as the place where the good thief came from, one of those criminals that were crucified with Jesus. So guys, thank you so much for watching the video. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. Thank you for your support, and I'll see you again in a few days time. God bless you as we tour Holy Land together, as we discover our Bible live with Veronica. Thank you so much. God bless you. From LATRUN Monastery, the monastery of silent fathers who have dedicated their life just for prayer. They don't go outside to serve like the other fathers, but they just stay here in the monastery to pray. It's an olive tree. It's a gardens of olives. Thank you guys, much appreciated.